Happy Monday, everybody. We are back together with another video. Hopefully, you guys had a very, very good weekend. And I guess we're back to talking about Walt Disney, or as we call them, Walt Disney. Bob Iger's back. He's the CEO. He was there for a very, very long time. And I do believe that he has political aspirations, but it seems like Walt Disney refuses to learn their lesson. You thought the old guy was bad. You were losing money. So you bring back the old guy. And the old guy is going to double down on the wokeness. Why are they doing this, I wonder? They just don't learn their lesson. They don't. Now, me and my wife, we watched the Santa Clauses the other day, episode 1. What did you think of episode 1?
It was okay.
It wasn't woke, but it wasn't good. Now, the Santa Claus, of course, that's a Disney product. The first 2 movies pretty good. The third one was kind of over the top. I didn't like it. And now they have the new Santa Clauses, which, it's only 1 episode. Didn't do much for me.
Yeah, not yet.
No. What they've done to Star Wars, not a fan of it. And the woke executives in Disney, they said that they were going to push LGBT content on children. And that doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. As you can see here on Bonnet in the Comments, Bob Iger confirms Disney will double down on woke content. Quote, "We can't lose that. We just can't." Guys, Disney is losing so much money. Why are they going down this woke path here? They want to die on this hill. They keep wanting to do. What are your initial thoughts? We haven't even read the article yet. What is your initial thoughts on just that title right there? The wokeness won't stop. Now, I fully expected that it wouldn't, but he's confirming it.
I don't know. Don't you think think that he is right and that everybody is wrong, and that's why he keep doing it?
Probably more pandering to woke advertisers. Now, a lot of these companies are pretty woke. So Disney, I guess, wants, to get their money from those advertisers or something like that. Also, they want to be, quote unquote, on the right side of history, when in reality, everyday people just don't think like that.
Yeah, that's why I say he think that he's on the right track, even though other people disagree with him.
Now, Strange World is going to lose something like $150 million. That was LGBT content. Nobody went to see it. When it came to a Lightyear, a lot of people loved Toy Story. People hated Lightyear. They were pushing propaganda instead of actual good content. I mean, it's a very, very simple formula. If you don't push propaganda, people will show up. Disney is a huge brand, but they just want to pander to these social justice warriors. And those social justice warriors are going to eventually get a whole bunch of people fired. Now, Bob Iger here, he's only going to be there for 2 years. So he's not really going anywhere. Now, his job is actually to find a replacement, but he's supposed to do that before, and they brought him back again. So he really has nothing to lose at all.
Well, as you said, it's called social justice, and they think, they're fighting for what is right in their mind.
Yeah, in their mind, but they don't really care about that stuff. They just don't want to get canceled. Because one thing about it, these 2% of people that are pretty much lunatics, they're going to scream up to the mountain on this stuff. I mean, like when the whole Florida Parental Rights and Education bill came out. Remember I told you, it was one guy out there protesting. One guy. That was enough for Disney to bend the knee. One guy at Disney World. That was it. Now, in California, it was more, but still. These woke people that were actually complaining about that probably only represent about 1% of the company. These are the kind of idiots that they're pandering to. But this is what this is what he actually said. It says here, during an internal Q&A held between himself and Disney employees on November 28, which is just like a week ago, the CEO would confirm that diversity, inclusion, and LGBTQ content are here to stay. Iger would address the topic in reply to a number of questions submitted to him by his employees. As seen in a video obtained by independent journalist Christopher F. Rufo, the CEO would offer his thoughts on the subject after being asked whether or not Disney will, quote, stay out of making political statements under his tenure. Quote, I think there's a misperception here about what politics is, answered Iger. I think that some of the subjects that have proven to be controversial as it relates to Disney have been branded political, and I don't necessarily believe they are. I don't think that when you are telling stories and attempting to be a good citizen of the world, that's political, he affirmed. It's just how I view it. Do I like the company being embroiled in controversy? He then asked rhetorically of the crowd. Of course not. It can be distracting, and it can have a negative impact on the company. And to the extent that I can work to quiet things down, I'm going to do that, Iger added. But I think it's important to put in perspective what some of these subjects are and not just simply brand them as political. Later, when asked for his stance on the Don't Say Gay situation, which it ain't Don't Say Gay, we know that, the CEO would explain, well, first of all, our LGBTQ employees are very important to us and we care deeply about them. That is a given. Secondly, this company has been telling stories for 100 years, and those stories have some meaningful positive impact on the world. And one of the reasons that they've had a meaningful positive impact is one of our core values is inclusion, acceptance, and tolerance. And we can't lose that. We just can't lose that. AKA, the woke content is here to stay. They just don't learn. They don't learn. I'm willing to bet, because they're making this Acolyte series now for Star Wars, and that's the showrunner is a part of the LGBT community. I'm willing to bet that they're about to take a giant leap in Star Wars with LGBT content. Remember in Andor? Mm-hmm. The Andor show, remember what was the girl's name? Val, the blonde-headed girl? She was working with Luthen, but they had the other girl too, and they were lesbians, but they never really showed anything. They were kind of like together, but it was always like, okay, they're like lesbians 3 feet apart. No kissing, no holding hands or anything like that. I believe that they're about to take a huge step in Star Wars and push that at the front and center, just like Strange World. They're doing it with Willow now too. The Willow show, tanking. They're pushing propaganda in that show. George Lucas creation. It's not going to stop. Bob Iger's not going to stop it. When does it end?
I don't know. It seems like they're treating this book thing like, I don't know. It seems like they're treating this book thing as like God or something, but it's not.
Well, their God is wokeness. Wokeness is their God. They pray to the woke God. Family values have been out the door for Disney for a while. It's propaganda. Think of this. How many people do you actually know that are actively out there trying to transition their children?
That Arctic guy, want to trans.
Well, no, I'm talking about in general. Do you know anybody personally that's actively trying to transition their children?
No.
Normal thinking people don't think like that. But Disney wants to do that stuff. I mean, when you're talking about gay relationships for 5-year-olds and 3-year-olds, that just doesn't happen. No kid at 3 or 5 years old is thinking about a gay relationship. They don't really think about any relationship, not at 3 and 5 years old. I mean, were you thinking about boys? No, I wasn't thinking about anybody. I was a kid. They don't want kids to be kids, but the activists want to groom them. And Disney seems to be okay with that, so they're going to do it through TV, through Disney Plus, through the action figures, maybe even the theme parks. I don't know. It's all a part of the plan. But the parents need to step up to the plate, I believe.
Well, what about the Asian market? I thought they care about the Asian market. I mean,
Well, they know the Asian countries.
they're not going to
They're not.
take it.
They're not going with that. China ain't going for this. Middle Eastern countries aren't going for this. But the thing is, it's a virtue signal for the wokesters over here.
No, but even though if other country, go for it, but the parents would not let their kid watch.
Well, not even the country. I mean, some of these countries, the government is going to regulate it.
No, even the government, if they allow it, I don't think the parents would allow their kid to watch.
No. That's why do you think it's failing here? The Biden administration, the Democrats, they're perfectly okay with this. But the thing is, Disney products are failing. Nobody's watching Willow. Willow has like a 28% on Rotten Tomatoes with the audience. They're saying it's terrible. Nobody was tuning in to Andor. But the people that watched Andor said it was good, but still, they've alienated people so much, people aren't even tuning in. That's how bad it is. But Bob Iger, he has nothing to lose. His job is not in jeopardy. Disney could fall apart over the next couple of years, and guess what? He's going to be leaving anyway.
Well, even if Disney owns a lot of stuff.
They own a lot of stuff. The shareholders need to take a stand.
They don't have enough money to lose. I mean,
They're losing so much money. I mean, why
they
would
still have money.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're run by the shareholders, and if you're a shareholder and you see, man, I'm losing money, why am I losing money? Oh, you're pushing propaganda and not telling stories, not adhering to family values. I'm going to pull my money out. I'm going to take my money elsewhere. I mean, investors are investing because they want to make a return on their investment. It's just that simple. I mean, Disney needs a huge wake-up call, but maybe Bob Iger was just virtue signaling to the employees there. But I doubt it. The thing is, they would need to clean house with a bunch of executives. Those executives over there are super woke. That's the problem. The super woke people in charge of making the TV shows, the movies, all that stuff, they're all woke activists. That's the problem. So even if Bob Iger actually really wanted to come in and clean house, I'm not sure if he actually could. He would have to basically pull an Elon Musk and fire everybody. Like Elon Musk is fired most all of Twitter.
Don't you think if Bob Iger, clean up the house, don't you think Disney might lose more money or something?
No, if he cleans house, I mean, it'll probably...
he doesn't have much power.
Well, initially, even with Twitter, Twitter's losing a bunch of money every day, but sometimes you got to break it down to build it back up. I believe that's what Elon Musk is doing with Twitter right now. And to get Disney back on track, it may take some breaking it down to build it back up. But that company is so huge, that company is way bigger than Twitter. Not even close.
I know, but Elon Musk is way more powerful than Bob Iger, I guess.
Well,
right?
When it comes to Disney, I mean, Elon Musk is not in Disney, so that's irrelevant. Bob Iger is the most powerful man in Disney right now.
Oh, he is?
He's the CEO.
Oh.
Yeah, Bob Iger is CEO. And Elon Musk has nothing to do with Disney. I was just using that as an example, what he's doing with Twitter. But Bob Iger is the most powerful man. But I believe the wokeness is just it's like a disease in Disney. It's infecting every part of the company. that I don't know if he can even stop it. It would take a while. It's going to take a while to rid the company of the wokeness over there.
I don't know. It seems like they're worshiping woke.
Yeah, they are. They are. But what do you guys think of this? What do you guys make of Bob Iger saying they're going to double down here on the wokeness? It's not going anywhere. Just when people are thinking maybe we can just get back to the basics, it's not going to happen.
Well, don't you think now he say it, he's going to be worse than the other CEO?
Well, remember, everything started with him. Okay. It was him. And then he chose the successor, which was Bob Chapek, and Bob Chapek was nothing more than a figurehead. Bob Iger was still running things behind the scenes.
So he's not going to fire Kennedy?
Highly doubt it. There's a rumor out there that Kathleen Kennedy's gone next year, but I doubt it.
So he's not selling Disney to Apple or something like that?
That's a rumor, too, out there about Disney getting sold to Apple, but is Apple any better? No. They're woke, too. So, but that's going to wrap it up, guys. We will see you on Wednesday with another video. Leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we will see you then.
Goodbye.